So guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of my FIFA 16 Leicester City career mode. We have a huge episode today. We have 4 games in today's episode and we are still in the transfer window. If you guys can go ahead and leave a like rating on this video, it'll be greatly appreciated. Drop a comment down below that I can respond to, and make sure you also click subscribe if you are new to my channel. So to kick off today's episode, we have a huge game against Spurs. Spurs finished just behind us last season, as we finished in 5th and Spurs did finish in 6th. If you guys did miss episodes 1 and 2 of season 2, there will be a full series playlist link down below in the description. I highly recommend you guys go catch up on the episodes that you may have missed, because we did make loads of signings. There's a few players that have departed the club, and also we did have the pre-season tournament final in the last episode, and we also had the Premier League. It has been a jam-packed way to kick off season 2. So like I did say, we started the Premier League season in the last episode, and it was against the newly promoted team Hull City, and we did get off to the perfect start in this Premier League season by picking up 3 points against Hull City. So this game against Spurs did have the first chance, Tottenham Hotspur. It was Harry Kane with the chance, but Kasper Schmeichel pulls off a save. This man is in the form of his life. As in the 41st minute, the new permanent deal. Yes, Pereira is now a permanent Leicester City player. Had a chance on goal, but Michel Vaughan does pull off a save, and resulting in that, we do have a corner, and we're going to look to pick up the lead just before half time. It's Mahrez going to cross that one in. It falls back to Riyad Mahrez with the header this time, and Vaughan yet again punches that one out. But yet again, we've got another corner, 44th minute, just before half time. It's Mahrez yet again with the cross. Michel Vaughan's actually going to punch this one out to find Hector Bellerin, and the new signing for Leicester City is going to come real close to putting ourselves one in the lead just before half time. Bellerin is actually going to hit the post, and could you imagine if Bellerin scored that goal in his first appearance for the club? What a way it would have been to kick off his run here at Leicester City. As an 84th minute, it's Townsend who is on the ball. He takes the shot. Huge deflection to the Tottenham Hotspur man, but his header does go over the goal. But the game is going to end after 90 minutes. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Leicester City 0. It's a 0-0 draw to start off today's episode, and I'll take that definitely against a team like Tottenham Hotspur. But let's hope that we can jump into the next game of today's episode and pick up 3 points. We don't want to be picking up too many draws. That's definitely something that has been in this Leicester City career mode, especially last season. We drew too many games, in my opinion, and we just had to pick up wins. Obviously, we want to finish in that top 4. My objective for the second season is to finish in that top 4. As we take a look, and we are going to be doing a training session here with Martin Odegaard. You guys know that Odegaard did sign a few episodes back. I think it was in episode 1. Odegaard did sign for the club, and he has started off quite well, to be honest, as we are in transfer talk for Paulo Dybala. I did have you guys in the comment section down below let me know that you guys wanted me to sign Dybala, and he's definitely a player that I do want to sign. He has loads of potential in career mode, and I did have you guys, especially in the last episode, letting me know on what sort of transfers I should go in for. So we're going to offer £17.5 million plus Kramaric for Dybala, and let's hope the Juventus could accept that. As Joanne Jacobs, a player that did sign for the club last season from our scout. He's only 16 years old, and he'll be going out on loan, as we'll be heading into the second of 4 games in today's episode. Yes, we've got 4 games in today's episode. It is a jam-packed episode for episode 3 of the second season, and I can't wait to advance in the second season of this Leicester City career mode. So we'll head into it. It's actually a Europa League game, and because we did finish in the 5th position, I thought that we automatically go into the Europa League, but we don't. This will be a qualifying game to get into the Europa League, and we must win this, because I really do want to go into the Europa League competition and see just how good we can do. As we take a look at my lineup, Jamie Vardy, Mahrez, or Brighton, still starting that 4-3-3 formation. Danny Simpson as the right back, Valera as the centre back, Moore also as the centre back, and Schlupp as the left back. And we'll be taking on Austria Wine. I'm pretty sure that's how you say Austria Wine. They're starting 4-2-3-1 formation. A team that I don't know too much about, but because I don't know too much about them, it is really important that we do our best, especially against this side. But this first leg is at the King Power Stadium, so let's hope that we can get on to a good run and go into the Europa League for the second season. The first highlight fell in the early stages of the second half. In the 55th minute, our opposition did have a chance on goal, as in the 63rd minute, it's Kante who receives the ball as he plays it to Jamie Vardy. It's Jamie Vardy who takes a few touches, unleashes the shot, comes off the crossbar, the rebound off the crossbar goes back to Kante, and the man who really started the attack, the central midfielder, has picked up a goal, and we lead 1-0 in this Europa League qualifying game. This is awesome to see, guys. I really do want to go through to the Europa League. And in the 73rd minute, a ball gets played through to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez making his one to goal, cuts it inside. Maybe I should have just went and took it with Mahrez to the front post instead of maybe cutting inside and taking that shot. But as you guys did see, it was Mahrez who actually hit the crossbar. So to be honest, we should be up at least 2, maybe even 3-0 there. In the 85th minute, it was all Brighton who had his chance on goal, but the game is going to end in a 1-0 win. Yes, we pick up a win here at the King Power Stadium at the end of the first leg of this Europa League qualifying game. Will we go through to the Europa League? That is definitely something I do want to do. So it's a 1-0 win, guys. It's awesome to see, and that is the first win of today's episode. So a 0-0 draw against Spurs, now a 1-0 win against Austria Wien. This has been a good episode so far. And definitely do want to keep up that good form for the rest of the games in today's episode. And the next game is against Sunderland. And Sunderland, in my opinion, are definitely a side that we should be picking up all 3 points against. Definitely Sunderland aren't the strongest side in the Premier League. That is why I want to come here to the King Power Stadium at home and pick up 3 points, especially since we did pick up that 0-0 draw against Spurs earlier on in today's episode. I'm starting a 4-3-3 formation. Pereira, Kante and King will be starting in the midfield. No Martin Odegaard, he'll be starting as a substitute. Kramaric and Bolo and Damari Gray as our 3 attackers for this game. So we take a look at the Sunderland lineup. Pantilimon will be starting goals. Fabio Barini as the striker. Surprising to see Defoe as a substitute. So is Fletcher. Also in the midfield, they got the likes of Rodwell, Catamol, and it is a pretty weak Sunderland side. As in the 51st minute, there wasn't too many highlights during this first half, and that was the same as the previous game. Not too many highlights during the first half. It really did kick off in the second half, as it's Kante who takes the shot and he hits the crossbar. What a chance that was, guys. Kante with the shot, almost going back-to-back goals in back-to-back games in today's episode. As in the 63rd minute, this time Embolo has his chance on goal, and Embolo is actually going to hit the crossbar himself. 2 chances on goal in the space of 10 minutes, and both shots have come off the crossbars. In the 90th minute, Sunderland looked to make us pay and pick up a 1-0 win, a late goal. But the game is going to end Leicester 0, Sunderland 0. We should have at least won this game 2-0. You guys did see 2 chances on goal, both chances coming off the crossbar. Definitely something that we do have to work on. That is obviously not acceptable. We have to be picking up wins in the Premier League. We can't start slow, because like I did say, especially we want to finish in that Champions League position, which means we can't start slow in this Premier League season. We've got to get right into it, picking up 3 points, especially against a team like Sunderland. We should be picking up all 3 points against them. Juventus don't accept my offer for Dybala, and that means that I have to go all out for this man. I'm trying to go for a transfer fee in this career mode series. I'm offering Juventus £21 million for Dybala, and will they accept that? We will have to wait and find out in the next episode. Yes, the next episode we'll find out if Juventus will accept that offer. So right after doing that, I am going to transfer list Kramaric and Charlie Austin, 2 strikers that need to depart the club, because if we do go for Dybala and the transfer does go through, that's £21 million, and that's an insane transfer offer. And obviously Dybala has loads of potential in this career mode, so it's not like I am wasting my money. He's going to be a player for the future. For you guys that have been following this series, you guys will know that this is a 4 to 5 season project with Leicester City, as we'll be facing Bolton to end off today's episode. Bolton, a former Premier League side a couple of seasons back, maybe not a couple of seasons now, but they have dropped quite a bit. I think they're in the Championship or maybe even the League One, and they are, like I did say, slowly coming down, as they were a Premier League side not too long ago. And this is in the Capital One Cup, and the Capital One Cup is definitely a competition I want to try and attempt to win. So coming up against Bolton, I made a few changes to the lineup, especially in my midfield. I started 2 young central midfielders. Both players, I actually do struggle to pronounce their names, but you guys can see it was actually one of our young midfielders who played a unbelievable ball through to find Riyad Mahrez, who took a touch. Mahrez does put ourselves 1-0 in the lead in this Capital One Cup game against Bolton. As in the 69th minute, Bolton, they have a chance on goal for themselves. We're trying to clear it out, as they do take a shot here and they actually hit the post. So it could have easily been 1-1, their scores could have been level, but resulting in that in the 73rd minute, Danny Simpson plays it to Barnaby, and he is one of the young players, like I did say, that I did put into this game. He's only 21 years of age, and there is a fantastic strike from just outside the area. We now lead Bolton 2-0. In the 77th minute, we get on the attack again, as it's Jamie Vardy who receives the ball, skips around one player, plays it to Mark Albrighton, puts that one into the back post, and it's now 3-0 against Bolton. In the space of really 20 minutes, we have picked up 3 goals, and that is a 3-0 win to end off today's episode. Like I did say at the beginning of the episode, it is a huge episode, this one, and we have done quite well, picking up a few draws, but most importantly, going through into the next round of the Capital One Cup, and also getting ourselves a 1-0 advantage going to the second leg of the Europa League qualifiers. As like I did say, Barnaby, he's the man, 21 years of age, central midfielder who picked up that goal just before. And also alongside him was an 18-year-old who did start that game. He actually did assist Mahrez with that fantastic ball for the first goal. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, a like rating would be appreciated. Make sure to drop a comment down below, and also subscribe if you are new around here. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for support on the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.